This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Yeah, hey, Doug Dellinger, cameraman.
He was a cameraman, absolutely.
Yeah, Larry Mcgraw.
Larry Mcgraw, another former policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Tommy Edwards in Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, God, he was a pain in the ass, too.
He went on to have a very good career with ESPN, by the way. I think
he did.
Yeah, Tommy may still work for ESPN. Not sure. There's Brenda Evans, our graphics girl.
Yeah.
Worked in the office. Wayne and Barbara. Well, Barbara Daniel, bless her heart.
Yeah.
Why was Tommy Edwards a pain in the ass, Mr. Crockett?
He wanted to be the man. And it's our wrestling show, and so he was energetic, he was good, but there again, he had, he just sometimes wouldn't listen. And especially once Turner bought us, oh God. He said, I am the man now. I am in charge of this.
Wow.
But that's when we ran out. Where were we? I want to say we were in New Orleans, and Jim Hurd. And we ran over time.
Yeah.
And Hurd was looking for somebody to kick, and I said, Jim, you're not going to kick me. We had nothing to do with this. Yeah, so go ahead.
I just think that, we had a comfort zone with the people that we had worked with for years. And then all of a sudden we end up in the TBS studios in 85 with a very brash, very ambitious, which he was, Tommy Edwards. And Tommy was a very talented guy, still is. And I still connect with him now and then on Facebook. And so I just think maybe he kind of rubbed the people the wrong way because anyway, he had his own way of doing things and we had our own way of doing things.
Right.
So, yeah.
And it was, and a lot of Turner people saw this was an opportunity to, take a chunk.
Yeah.
And there again, too, at the same time, most of the Turner people hated us. You think about, Bill Shaw was, the board of directors meeting. That's when Jack Petrick had left.
Yeah.
And so Ted said, all right, who's going to, take them? Who's going to take WCW? Nobody on the board, Turner people stepped forward.
Right.
So Bill Shaw, who was head of HR, did. And he saved us and made us what we became. Harvey Schiller, he just let us go crazy.
Yeah.
Bill, he knew how to manage.
Yeah. I have a lot of time for Bill Shaw. I agree.
Yeah, I used to spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
We'd have lunch every week.
Yeah. David, I don't know if you thought about this or not, but when I go back and I think about the days that we were at Turner and at the studio.
Yes.
And I remember comparing that to what we did on the road. In other words, before World Championship Wrestling, when we shot Worldwide and Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, we had our morning. That's right. We had our own people, and you saw the cameramen. Doug Dellinger was a cameraman, but your brother Jackie and Skeeter and all those guys.
Right.
Then we move into the studios, and I remember thinking, listen, I don't know much about TV at that time, but I know enough to know this, that it seemed like that the Turner people, and this has always been with me, the Turner people used anybody that they had on hand that day to run the camera.
Yeah, it's a weekend crew.
That's right. And it seemed like it seemed like we were like, okay, wrestling's coming in. God, we need some cameramen. Hey, by the way, before you go to lunch today, I know you're editing. Could you come run camera for us? It was like they just threw anybody in there to run camera for us. Now, we got some pretty good people out of that. Ricky Lassiter, if you'll recall.
Right. Yes.
Tim Smith was another one that we got out of that. But there was a lot of like people. I remember one time that all of us, Rick Roby showed up, who was a punter for the Dolphins, and they let Rick Roby run camera. And I'm thinking,
yeah, it's like I said, they resented what we did to the office. You know,
right.
There was no room.
Yeah.
So you had sweaty bodies sitting in chairs and the tobacco cups, and
right.
There was only one shower, if I remember correctly. And you had to go through fans and whatever. And you know, it was a bad situation. We did extremely well with a bad situation. But you know, there again, if we had our own people, things would have run a little bit better.
Yeah,
probably a lot better.
Yeah. Just to talk about being backstage or being back in the offices where they. And by the way, if you're...
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.